So I remember this one time, I was just cruising along, doing the speed limit, doing everything right, and out of nowhere I hear the siren coming and red and blue lights flashing like no tomorrow, and I look in the rearview mirror and he's right up my clacker. So what do is I pull over, and he comes up to the window, and I ask him, "What is there anything wrong, officer?" And he turns around and he goes, "Look, to tell you the truth, just pulled you over to check out your car." Hi, my name's Matthew Maciejewski, and this is my 2001 BMW E46 M3. So what got me into cars was probably when I was about 8 years old. I had a next door neighbour that had a Datsun 12, well, just a Datsun, not exactly sure what it was, I was so young. And yeah, he used to drive up and down the street, and it really, the noise that car made really made me love cars. Ever since that day, I just looked out for him. About 10, 11 years old, I looked out and I opened up a magazine one day, and there was this, an E46 BMW in the magazine, and I fell in love straight away. I could not take my eyes off it. Every time I looked around, every time I saw one, just fell in love again every single time. And from that day, my passion started for BMWs. I bought myself a BMW E46 318i 4-door when I first got my license, and I had that for a few years. Did a few things to that, wheel suspension, sound system, all that kind of stuff as a young kid. And I drove that around for, like I said, a few years. Got rid of that, started getting into four-wheel driving, realised it wasn't my niche, it wasn't where I was, so kept looking, and then I found another BMW E46 325 Ci, and that was a 2002 black with orange, what they called Arizona Sun interior. It was brilliant, absolutely beautiful. So I chucked some wheels on that, some suspension, and yeah, that was a brilliant car. I owned that for a good 5-6 years. Then traded that out again for another four-wheel drive. That four-wheel drive was a lot better, I'll give it that. I had a lot of fun in that one, and that sort of rekindled my love in that four-wheel drive. Got out of there again, started the inkling for the BMW came back, and I started looking online. I was looking for a good 6 to 12 months at BMW E46 M3s, and I just couldn't find anything that suited me in any way. There was this one at an auction place in Carrara, and it was absolutely beat, and I was not. I offered him very low amount so I could fix it up, but he didn't accept it, silly man. But then from there, a couple of weeks later, I was on the auction sites again, and by luck, this came up. And I shouldn't have done it, but I did. I bought it sight unseen, didn't even check it out. And the next morning I woke up and I was an owner of a E46 M3, my dream car. So the next day I bought tickets, jumped on a plane, flew to Sydney and picked it up. From there, drove it home. On that drive home, yeah, I got a fine. So what am I gonna do about it, you know? But hey, you gotta test it when you buy it, I suppose, hey? from there, got it back and I started the works. And yeah, full paint correction, full service, plus some minor engine tuning, full set of wheels, suspension, and just a heap of other touch-up little things that I've done throughout time. Yeah. So this has to be, in my opinion, yes, I haven't driven some of the best cars out there, but in my opinion, this is the best car you can drive if you want the proper feel of a driving car, or this is a driver's car, as they say. I've done a few track days with it, nothing too extensive. You know, I go out with the BMW M Club on occasions, and I also do the weekly cars and coffee when I can. From that, yeah, the best talking point about this car would probably be that it is an Australian delivered manual. Not many of them around down here, and yeah, it's just every time I go out to a meet, you're looking at 5, 6, 7 of these cars, and I'm the only one that's a manual. So that's a good little talking point, and it gets everyone going as well. So I do get a lot of attention in the car. I find every time I take it out, I can't drive a couple of kilometers without, you know, someone yelling out, give it a rev or do a skid. Usually comes a lot from the kids, but hey, you know, I don't do it. You know, I might give it a rev for them, but that's about it. Yeah, it really brings smiles to people's faces when they see this car, and yeah, I'm not one to steer people away from it. You're more than welcome to come up, have a look. If I'm around, you can sit in it. It doesn't bother me, you know. I'm more than happy to push the car culture on the younger fellas. You know what they say, smoke tyres, not drugs. So that's where we're at. So I remember this one time, I was just cruising along, doing the speed limit, doing everything right, and out of nowhere I hear the siren coming and red and blue lights flashing like no tomorrow, and I look in the rearview mirror and he's right up my clacker. So what I do is I pull over, and he comes up to the window, and I ask him, is there anything wrong, officer? And he turns around and he goes, look, to tell you the truth, just pulled you over to check out your car. Turn around and I look in the rear view, turns out he's driving a highway patrol BMW. Yeah, 5 Series, 540 I think it was. And yeah, he just pulled me over to check out the car. He's looking at the wheels, checked everything out. Yeah, he probably could have defected me on something, but yeah, he was just a really nice copper. He just wanted to have a check out of the car, just another car enthusiast like the rest of us, I suppose. Yeah, it's really, really good.